ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ jùmọ̀ kọ orin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwa ni ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìwọ ni àwa ni ògo adúláwọ̀, ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Àwa ni dídín dan 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 dan. Dun 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 dun. You know this Vic Morrow Rick Jackson film? I wonder if anybody is watching tonight. I know that program. Vic Morrow, Rick Jackson, that film. It will tell me how old you are easily. Because tonight I have two questions for you. One is going to be very early so that I can limit. Àwọn èèyàn tó máa ń jẹ aṣọ yẹn tí ń pọ̀ jù, so mo fẹ́ limit àwọn tó ń jẹ yẹn díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ọgbọ́n tí mo lè fi limit ẹ̀ ni pé kí n tètè béèrè question mi kí èrò tó pọ̀ lórí ètò. So ìgbà tí wọ́n máa fi dé kò ní sẹ́ni tó gba answer. So tí ó bá sẹ́ni tó gba answer oníkàkọ́ àrọ̀ jókòó jẹ́jẹ́. Ọgbọ́n jìbìtì ni o. Mi mọ̀ bóyá ẹ mọ̀ pé ọgbọ́n jìbìtì náà ń pè nílùú wa, nítorí pé tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣe jìbìtì ló ní fẹ́ káwọn kan mọ ánsà nǹkan tó fẹ́ béèrè, wàá ṣàdọ́gbọ́n sí ṣáá ni ò ní fẹ́ kán mọ̀. So ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá mọ fíìmù yẹn, fíìmù Rick Jackson, Vic Morrow and nǹkan tó fíìmù yẹn dálé lórí, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé yẹ̀wò, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ yẹ̀wò, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wo bó ṣe rí, ẹ jẹ́ ká wo bó ṣe ṣe. Is anybody watching tonight that have an answer to that? The film of Vic Morrow, Rick Jackson in those days. If you have an answer for it, and also okay, I will still come back and ask that question later on. Mommy wa Idaya, mommy wa Ogami AJ Fash. Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ṣàlàáfíà làwà gbogbo lẹ́ńkọ́. Ní àṣálẹ́ yìí nǹkan tí a fẹ́ sọ lórí ni pé àlàáfíà àwọn obìnrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ìtọ́jú ara ẹni. Àlàáfíà àwọn obìnrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ìtọ́jú ara ẹni, nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí nìyẹn. Mo ń wò bóyá ẹnikẹ́ni mọ kíní yẹn, ṣùgbọ́n ó dà pé ìbéèrè tí mo gbé ara lẹ̀ ìbéèrè yẹn le díẹ̀. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ fa ìbéèrè yẹn ni pé bí wọ́n ṣe ń kọ orin national anthem yẹn, àwọn tó lu ìlú fíìmù yẹn tó bá lè lu ìlú yẹn sí ìyá para papo pòrè kété. Mommy, Ekalema, great topic. I was told that's a great topic, and you even know how great it is, especially when I introduce my special guests tonight. When I introduce my special guest tonight, first time on the hot seat, And I promise you it's going to be an exciting show because she's going to tear all our questions. I might even open the line out of courtesy for 1 or 2 questions to fly in. You're going to be very surprised. So, like I was saying, that film, I'm still looking out for anybody who can answer the question relating to that film. That film. Vic Morrow, Ray Jackson, that film in the 70s, in the late 60s, in the 70s. What kind of film it is? And does anybody know the name? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ ń Google mo rí yín o, mo ti rí yín, mo ti fojú inú rí yín, ẹ máa Google. The funniest thing is pé ẹ lè máa rí. Rick Jackson. Let me see if he's on Google. Maybe I even give you an hint. I don't know. I don't want to give any hint. I don't want to give anything. Rick Jackson. Great, you won't find it. I'm just looking to see. Wow, I think you might have found it. Rick Jackson, 1980s or 1970s. Let's see. Yes, it's there, but I don't think they mentioned the name of the film. Okay, good. Nobody. Okay, the question is, àwọn kan ṣe fíìmù kan, Rick Jackson wà lára àwọn tó ṣe fíìmù yẹn, Vic Morrow wà lára ẹ̀. Rick Jackson's Vic Morrow wà lára àwọn tó ṣe fíìmù yẹn. Àwọn àwa ọmọ kéèké láyé ìgbà yẹn gbogbo ala máa mọ fíìmù yẹn, ó dá mi lójú. If anybody get it, they get a Yoruba Anime t-shirt for free. They pay the postage, obviously, apart from people in Nigeria. Rick Jackson, Vic Morrow. Rick Jackson, Vic Morrow. Anybody know it? You are going away with my brother. Oh, you're getting more now, Uncle Remy. Vic Morrow, Rick Jackson. Anybody? Anybody? I intentionally asked the question earlier. So that in most cases people will not know. Yeah, Rick Jackson, Uncle Remy, your guess, okay? What's your guess? Let's see whether you get it. You're keeping my guess waiting. This question is hard today. Oh. Everywhere is quiet. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop. Uncle Remy, I'm waiting now. Your guess. So what's your guess, ma? Sir? Tony Montana. No. The film is not called Tony Montana. It's 3 of them in that film mainly. 3 of them in that film mainly. I think my dad is calling me. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Mo ti wà lórí show, daddy. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Ray Jackson, yes. No, I'm asking what's the name of the film. The film is not Ray Jackson. Uncle, okay. Let's run away from the question quickly before anybody come and get it right. Uncle Afis, are you saying the film is called Tony Montana? Is that what you're saying? I have an uncle call that we used to call him Sean Connery in those days. He will probably know it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the answer. You didn't get it right, Uncle. It was pre-Al Pacino days. It was pre-Al Pacino days. It was very, very much. The film is in the 60s, early 70s. In the late 60s, early 70s. I know it might be that a lot of people here are more bonfita, so they don't get to know the answer. So, okay, you know what? Let's just move on so that I don't keep this beautiful lady waiting. I don't want her to be nervous. In the 70s, you must be watching film because someone will telling me. Abby, I know my guest is getting tired. She's yawning on the seat there already. Next time she yawns, I'm gonna show her how I'm doing it. I'm just gonna show her straight. You know what? She get water, I got coffee. That's why she's allowed to yawn. Okay, let's go for it. Tonight, if you're a man, don't say we're talking about women, no. Because you will help your wife, your sister, your mom to live a better, fulfilled life. And that's just the fact of it. See, everybody buy more in koto le sheni, abin koto sheni, abin koto sheni, abin koto ti sheni, abin koto shele. O ma jẹ́ kí nǹkan easy fún wa láti live. The purpose of some of my program is to make sure we live long. My dad used to say something. Most of the people that my dad knows, not just most of them have gone. I don't want mine to be like that. That is why I'm promoting good health. So that even when I reach 110, I still have about 50, 60 people that I know that are around that age. I want a lot of people to live long. And by the grace of God, we will all live long. Nagbara Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá ayé àti ọ̀run Ọlọ́run alààyè. A máa pẹ́ láyé pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà ara. Ní kánjú lọ. And the benefit of living long, especially àwọn tó ní pension, ni pé they will collect their pension. The government will even get angry every day. Pé, this man, you still collecting this pension, you haven't gone yet. If you're in a private pension, I hope the private pension firm will not come and sue me. Pé ọkùnrin ìwọ ló jẹ́ kí ẹni gbowó wa pẹ́. You understand? So, but don't worry about it. Essay ọba ẹ̀káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Okay, let's go for it. Alafia awon Obinrin Ile Yoruba ati Itoju ara eni ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Mo ní àlejò pàtàkì kan, ẹni tó kójú òṣùwọ̀n, ẹni tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹ̀ bí ẹni tó mọ ìlà ọwọ́ ẹni. Nítorí pé mo sọ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ala lè sọ pé báyìí ni láìwo, you can tell people pé báyìí ni ìlà ọwọ́ yín ṣe rí, right? Or you know how many doors your father's house has, because she is in the profession of healing scientifically, not our own way, not my own way. You know, me, I'm native. She's scientifically, but to the glory of God, I will not more dear, you know, ti nǹkan bílẹ̀. Nítorí pé wọ́n ń ṣọmọ Cowan Gate, ọmọ ògì ni wọ́n, ògì náà mú. Nígbà tí ẹ pé mo wà ń bẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fojú àlejò mi wọ̀n kán bá ẹ má jẹ́ pé nǹkan tí wọ́n máa gbọ́ ni pé wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í han ọ́nù pé ẹ ṣàmọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà náà ti wá jí mi lórí stage pé àwẹ̀ máa lọ tí ń sùn, parí show kó lọ lé kó lọ sùn. Ṣùgbọ́n láṣàlẹ̀ yìí, I'm sure my beautiful sister is going to do a lot of justice to so many questions that you might have, that I might have, that we're going to put through tonight. Good evening, my sister, at last.
Good evening, sir.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o.
Ẹ káalẹ́, sir.
Ṣé dáadáa ni?
Àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Gbogbo Lincoln bẹ́ẹ̀.
A wà dáadáa.
Ọlọ́run àlàáfíà dúró tì yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ fún àǹfààní àwọn tí èmi mọ̀ yín dáadáa, mo mọ̀ yín dáadáa, mo mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ́ jẹ lánàá pàápàá. Ṣùgbọ́n fún àǹfààní àwọn tí ò mọ̀ yín dáadáa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa introduce ara yín sí àwọn aráalé kí wọ́n lè gbóhùn yín.
Orúkọ mi ni Dr. Ọmọlàbákẹ́ Ọlátúbọ̀sún.
Ẹ ṣé, ẹ sọ díẹ̀ fún wa nípa yín o.
Ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mí, a bí mi sí Nàìjíríà. Mo lọ sí school, mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Mo kàwé, mo kà dé yunifásitì, then mo wá sí ìlú òyìnbó tí mo gbé, tí mo dẹ̀ ti ṣiṣẹ́ ń sìn.
Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé. Gbogbo àwọn tó bá wà lágbègbè yìí tó fẹ́ máa distract nǹkan ṣọ́ra wọn, ó dà wá máa fine wọn, wọ́n máa sanwó ìjọba kan ṣọ́ra wọn gidigidi o. Ok, nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ lálẹ́ ni àlàáfíà àwọn obìnrin àti àlàáfíà àwọn obìnrin, pàápàá jùlọ àlàáfíà àwọn obìnrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ìtọ́jú ara ẹni. Oríṣiríṣi àwọn àìsàn ló lè ṣe obìnrin, àti pé àwọn kan wà tí a fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí tí ó lè jẹ́ kí ẹ̀mí èèyàn gùn, àti àwọn kan tó lè jẹ́ kí èèyàn gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà. Àwọn nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹ̀ nìyẹn. So a ti fa nǹkan mẹ́ta pàtó síta láti sọ nípa ẹ̀. Ìkíní, kí ló máa ń fà á tí nǹkan oṣù àwọn obìnrin míì fi máa ń nira. Ìkejì, ovariances. Ìkẹta, diabetes. Àwọn nǹkan mẹ́ta tí a fẹ́ ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò rẹ̀ ní àṣálẹ́ yìí nìyẹn. Pàápàá jùlọ, kí ló máa ń fa tí nǹkan oṣù àwọn obìnrin tó ṣe máa ń nira àti àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ fún àǹfààní àwọn ọkùnrin tó wà nínú àgùntìró, àwọn ọkùnrin mi wà tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ nǹkan oṣù, wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ menstruation. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ fún àǹfààní àwọn tí ó wà nílé, àwọn ọkùnrin bíi ọkùnrin tí mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, ọkọ̀ àfíìsì gan mọ́, wọn kọ́ ọkọ̀ àfíìsì náà mọ́. So àwọn tí ò mọ̀ yẹn, ọkùnrin mi náà náwọn ò mọ̀, bóyá ká lè ṣàlàyé fún wọn so kán lè mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Because mo ti rí arákùnrin kan tó sọ pé màmá òun máa ń tọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ lé, pé màmá ẹ̀ ló ń tọ̀ lé, ó ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà máa ń tọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ lé, ṣebí tọ̀ omi lásán lèmi ń tọ̀ lé, ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́yìn máa ń tọ̀ lé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàlàyé fún wa mà.
Okay, ẹ ṣé gan ni,
ẹ lè ṣe àbúlùmọ̀lá òyìnbó àti Yorùbá o.
Yeah, because I probably will not be able to say it all in Yoruba.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ nǹkan oṣù ni nǹkan kan tí ó wà lára obìnrin jẹ́ pé ní oṣooṣù for most women wọ́n máa ṣe nǹkan oṣù, and nǹkan tí yẹn mean ni pé gbogbo nǹkan tí ó yẹ kí èèyàn fi bímọ, tó yẹ kí ó fertilize kó dọmọ kò di ọmọ. So àwọn elédè they say that it is the womb weeping for the fact that it did not carry a pregnancy. Okay, so gbogbo ẹ̀ ló jáde. For most people, ó máa ń take within 28 days to 32 days. Every 32 days, 28 to 32 days, wọ́n máa ń clean ara yẹn, gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn máa jáde. So it's quite normal for you to have that every month. Tí àwọn kankan wà tí ò kí ń jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ lára obìnrin, bóyá ọmọ yẹn ṣì kéré jù, kò tí ì tó ìgbà tó yẹ kó ṣe, àbí ẹni yẹn ti dàgbà, ó ti stop láti máa ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe. So at those extremes, they are very normal not to bleed. But láàrin productive age obìnrin, tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n máa ní from age 13 bíi 50. But nísìnyí a ti ń rí i pé àwọn ọmọ kan wà jẹ́ pé very early they start. A ti ń rí àwọn ọmọ bíi 9 years old ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe nǹkan oṣù. A dẹ̀ ṣì ń rí àwọn màmá bíi 55, 60 ló ṣì ń ṣe nǹkan oṣù. Ó lè normal, ó dẹ̀ lè má normal. But I'm just letting you understand that at the extremes of both, you may not bleed as you should. Ẹ ṣé sà.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Àlàyé yẹn ó yé mi dáadáa nítorí pé mi ò mọ̀ pé ọmọ ọdún mẹ́sàn-án gan lè ṣe nǹkan oṣù. Mo rò pé ó máa ń tó bí 17, 18 kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. So àwọn màmá kan náà wà tó ti wọ́ bí 65 tó ṣì ń ṣe nǹkan oṣù. Ṣé ó wà abnormal ni àbí báwo lè ṣe lè sọ fún wọn?
Thank you. For everything, there's a variation. Meaning pé kò ń ṣe one single line ló cut everything. Àwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé ó lè wà abnormal, ó dẹ̀ lè wà normal. That is the essence. Tẹ́ pé téèyàn bá ń ṣe period late into the years, like bírú environment tá wà ní UK báyìí, ó máa ní test tó máa ń ṣe. Wọ́n lọ mọ reason tó ṣì ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe gangan, ṣé period ni àbò ń bleed from somewhere. So I cannot say pé ó normal àbí kò normal until the person gets it tested. Wow. Thank you.
Ó ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Nǹkan tó yà mí lẹ́nu ni pé àwọn obìnrin kan náà wà tí period wọn tí kì í pé 20, ẹlòmíì lè ṣe period oṣù kan. Báwo ni ìyẹn ṣe rí?
Ìwé tí a bá ṣe ni pé 3 to 5 days the normal time téèyàn máa ń. Now if there's a variation nínú time yẹn, a lot of reasons ló lè fà. Ó lè pé bóyá hormone ara ẹni yẹn ní kò wà balanced bó ṣe yẹ kó wà balanced, àbí ẹni náà ní àwọn disease condition, àwọn àìlera tó ń fà kí ó máa bleed. Bí for some people tó bá pé wọ́n ní bí ìju pàǹpẹ́ ní fibroid, they may bleed longer than is necessary. Àwọn míì wà nǹkan míì wà tá a tún pè ní endometriosis, ó lè jẹ́ kó tún bleed ju bó ṣe yẹ kó bleed lọ. Gbogbo kíní yìí ni la máa ní láti lò. Reason tí mo ṣe sọ nìyẹn pé kò ń ṣe pé straight line ni, ó lè fall báyìí, ó dẹ̀ lè fall báyìí. Bí ẹnu ẹ̀ wọ́n kàn lè fún wọn lóògùn tó máa regulate ẹ̀. Àwọn míì wọ́n lè wádìí nǹkan tó ń fà, and they will approach and address what the causes, and that's all. Ẹ ṣé sà.
Okay, tí wọ́n bá lè fúnyàn lóògùn tó lè adjust period yẹn, ó mì pé wọ́n lè fúnyàn lóògùn pé kéèyàn tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ period àbí kéèyàn má tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀, àbí téèyàn bá ti parí period wọ́n lè fúnyàn lóògùn pé kí period yẹn padà wá. Ṣé ó possible?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà. Tí like I said, tí ó ní particular age tá I expect kọ́mọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ period. So if after a while tí ò bá ṣe period, wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní, ìyẹn fọ́mọ kékeré wá ṣe testing, genetic testing. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá ọmọ yẹn lè dàbí obìnrin kí ó má jẹ́ obìnrin ní gbogbo ọ̀nà. Àwọn míì máa ní part tọkùnrin àti tóbìnrin in one, so wọ́n ní lè ṣe period as and when due. So tó bá ti ṣe test ẹ̀ tọ́jú pé okay obìnrin lọ́mọ ẹ̀, okay kí ló dé tí ò wá tún ṣe period, wọ́n á tún ṣe test míì láti wo hormones. Once they get the hormones, because hormones the problem, wọ́n manage hormones yẹn and that's it. Then téèyàn bá ń ṣe period pẹ́jù àbí tó ń bleed pẹ́jù, àwọn oògùn wà náà tó tún máa ń lò láti help. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kò easy láti máa bleed for so long.
Yeah.
You know, your body tells ara máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ lè harm ẹni yẹn gbà tó bá ti ń lose ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí dẹ̀ ṣe pé ó ń rọ́ mu níbì kan something. So gbogbo nǹkan báyẹn náà ni science ti approach tó dẹ̀ ti deal pẹ̀lú over the years.
Wow. I'm learning a lot tonight. I hope you guys are learning something new. If you have a daughter, if you have an auntie, if you have someone that needs to watch this program, please ẹ bá wa pín dé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ní gbogbo ọ̀nà. Okay, auntie, mo dúpẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín. Àlejò mi ti alẹ́ ní Dr. Ọmọlàbákẹ́ Ọlátúbọ̀sún. Dókítà oníṣègùn òyìnbó ni wọ́n. Àwa oníṣègùn Yorùbá lèmi, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn oníṣègùn òyìnbó àwọn nǹkan tí mi ò mọ̀ mo fẹ́ kàn fi yé wa, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ń la yé wa ní ẹsẹẹsẹ. Ó lè bọ́rìn fún àwọn ọkùnrin tó wà láàrin wa, ṣùgbọ́n ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa dáa tí gbogbo wa bá mọ̀, nítorí pé àrùn tó ń ṣe ọdún gbogbo abọ́yadé ni ó ń ṣe. Ẹ má bínú tí mi bá pè dáadáa, nítorí pé ìgbà tí mò ń pè kíní ẹ mo fẹ́ gbé tọ́ mi. Ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ àwọn kan wà tí tó máa ṣe nǹkan oṣù tó máa ń jẹ́ pé ó máa ń lágbára gan, bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé ọmọ mú wọn ni, bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kú ni. Kí ló máa ń farú èyí?
I share once again, nǹkan tá a máa ń pè ní painful menstruation. Nǹkan púpọ̀ ló lè fà nínú obìnrin. Àwọn èèyàn míì bí ìyá wọn ṣe ṣe ni, báwọn náà ṣe ṣe ni, bí ìyá wọn ṣe ṣe ni. So that is like the genetics. Ẹ bá àwọn èèyàn míì sọ pé tèmi náà gbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ period bó ṣe ṣe mí nìyẹn, gbà tí mo bímọ tán ló tó stop. So a lot of things play a role in what makes up painful menstruation. For instance, èèyàn tí ẹ pé wọ́n máa ń tó bá ó máa dàbí pé wọ́n máa ń describe ẹ̀ bí pé wọ́n squeeze inú àwọn. Ó lè jẹ́ pé hormone nǹkan tí mo pè lóhùn ni pé ṣẹ́rí ó ní nǹkan kan tí ó wà lára èèyàn tó máa ń regulate bí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe yẹ kó function. So if there's a deficiency in one or two of those things, bí a kò tó àbò pọ̀ jù, hormone yẹn lè dàrú, so ó máa affect ilé ọmọ. Wọ́n pẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ibi tí ilé ọmọ wà náà lèèyàn ti ń ṣe period. So tí ó bá affect ẹ̀, ó máa ń fún wọn ní pain tí mo pè ní hormones ni. Then àwọn kan wọ́n ní fibroid. Ó lè jẹ́ ẹyọ̀kan, ó lè jẹ́ méjì, ó lè pọ̀, ó lè tóbi, ó lè kéré. Àwọn yẹn náà máa tún complain pé àwọn máa ní a lot of pain, and in addition to the pain, wọ́n máa ń bleed a lot during menstruation. So all these things and a lot more tó yẹ pé mi ò mọ̀mọ́ máa ṣe sọ Yorùbá, ìkan wà tó ń pè ní endometriosis, pé ìyẹn ilé ọmọ thick ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. So tó bá ń ṣe period, ibẹ̀ yẹn ó máa shed off, ó máa ń fún wọn pain. So a lot of people have different reasons why they have this pain. So until you get out, you check out what is causing for a particular person, you won't be able to say this is it. Àwọn èèyàn míì gan tẹ́ bá find out pé nǹkan báyìí ló ń ṣe, tẹ́ bá yọ kíní yẹn, ó sì máa continue because like I said, if the hormones are deficient, it's a whole lot of things tó lè fà kí èèyàn máa ní painful periods.
Ẹ ṣe ó dàbí okùn tó wà nínú rédíò ni, oríṣiríṣi okùn ló wà nínú rédíò tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. So àbí okùn tó wà lẹ́yìn kọ̀ǹpútà mi gan bíbá gan, okùn tó wà lẹ́yìn kọ̀ǹpútà mi àwọn tó. I'm sure the cables I have behind my PCs here is more than 300 cables connected together. it's a shame I couldn't take a snap of it and show it to people. But one day I will try and show it. I have about 300 cables linking one thing or the other in the studio, so that tikoba dojurumbe wala lani. It takes the grace of God for me to know, yes, this is likely or that is likely. Could they mean pé tẹ́ bá yọ yẹn ó máa solve problem yẹn, bóyá bí tí yẹn náà ṣe rí nìyẹn. Tá bá dẹ̀ wo àwọn àwòrán mi tí ìrìnnú èèyàn rí but tá bá wo àwọn àwòrán tó ń ṣò fún wa, bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí o, bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe rí o, mi ò mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n tá bá wo inú ẹran àbí inú adìyẹ, tó bá pa adìyẹ, a rí pé àwọn nǹkan tó wà níbẹ̀ pọ̀ gan-an rẹpẹtẹ tá a rí, àwọn oríṣiríṣi veins, àwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tá a rí níbẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ni ó lè fà á. Ṣùgbọ́n bí èmi ṣe máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn tèmi ni pé bóyá bí tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn fẹ́ gbà jáde, bóyá ó kéré àbí kí nǹkan di lọ́nà, so tó bá fẹ́ á force rẹ̀ jáde, bóyá òun ló jẹ́ kó máa dùn yẹn.
Thank you. For some people, yeah, it's not impossible. For some people, for stony structural abnormality, ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó yẹ kó jáde, like I said, only structural abnormality ni pé nígbà tí a dá wọn, problem wà ní ibi tó yẹ kí nǹkan kan wà tí ò sí ń bẹ, àbí nǹkan tó wà ń bì kan tí ò yẹ kó wà ń bẹ tó wà ń bẹ, ó máa ń dí ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn tí ò ní lè jáde. Yẹn normal, ó wà fáwọn èèyàn kan bẹ́ẹ̀. So nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe ní ìlú òyìnbó àbí anywhere tó máa ń ṣe ni pé àwọn èèyàn, àwọn doctor àbí surgeons, they will now physically pull the blood out. But even that does not cure it. What will cure it is to deal with the root cause, which is structure tó ń jí ibi tó yẹ kó jáde yẹn. That is, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní example. Ṣé rí bí cup tí mo gbé síbí báyìí bó ṣe wà yìí? Tí ẹ bá da omi sí for a long time, ẹ mọ̀ pé cup yóò kì í expand.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, why imagine kó pé wọ́n expand? Tẹ́ bá ń da omi sí, tẹ́ ń da omi sí, tẹ́ ń da omi sí, tẹ́ ń jẹ́ kó omi jáde. Ara ẹ máa stretch. So that stretching, excessive stretching yẹn ló ń fa pain yẹn. So until you ease out and remove the content and allow the body to go back to its regular shape, you will not have the ease you need. So in everything, you have to find the root cause of what is happening. I agree with you that may be a cause, but that is not the only cause of
the problem. Okay. Mo ti a ní òògùn kan ní iléeṣẹ́ Abaramedi tí a tà fáwọn èèyàn. Mo dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ testimony àwọn obìnrin kan pé àwọn ní painful period tẹ́tẹ̀lẹ̀. Ìgbà táwọn lò painful period yẹn ò lọ, kì í ṣe kan, kì í ṣe kejì, kì í ṣe kẹta, kì í ṣe kẹrin. Ìjọ tí mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ kínní yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí message wípé detox can fix this, it can fix this, can fix this, can fix it. It got this so many things that detox can fix to us, or maybe regulate, maybe not fix, maybe regulate. So mo gbàgbé ti period yẹn gbà yẹn until tí bàbá kan rà fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ̀ tó lò, because mo sọ fún yín pé detox yẹn nǹkan tó wà fún ni pé ó ní àwọn nǹkan kan nínú tó yẹ pé tí veins, tí blood vessel yẹn bá block, as you grow old, the blood vessel start becoming thinner, the passage, because of some residuals of what we eat that get deposited there. Detox has something there that will go and clear that thing and make it the vessel back to normal. That is why mo sọ fún yín pé ẹni tó bá ń lo aspirin, because aspirin is to thin the blood so that the blood will be able to navigate what is getting blocked, so that even if there's a block cloth, it will be able to pass through the blockage. So ẹni tó bá ń lo aspirin kò gbọdọ̀ lo detox, nítorí pé ó máa dàbí ìgbà tí èèyàn kan ṣàpù lẹ́ni, because the blood is too thin. It will flow too much, and it's not gonna solve any problem that we want to solve. So nǹkan tá a find out ni pé detox yẹn ó fix period pain. And to the glory of God, in the last 2 months or so, 1 month, I must have recommended detox to more than 200 females that are having menstrual pain. And to the glory of God, I don't know, I'm not doctor, so I don't know how it happens, but they've come back to me that it's a positive thing that the pain has gone. Especially they don't even have to use the detox every day. They just use it 3 or 4 days before the start of their period, and it goes. That is the essence in Ella. What about in Ella? Okay, I will ask Madam about in Ella. That is the essence of bringing this problem. Detox. How did it happen? How did they fix this problem? And again, I have another gentleman that came back and said one of his kidney. Actually, I don't know the date again, but if you go back to some of our old program, we had it when the gentleman called into the show and said he has a problem with the kidney and he needs to go for checkup regularly for the other one to make sure the other one is working properly, because if it's not working properly, it's going to go on dialysis or something like that. So now he went for this checkup that day, and they kept him so long in the hospital. So he was wondering whether there's a problem with the second one again. Then later on, at the end of the day, they come back to him and said, well, we don't know what you've done, but the second one that has sparked up before has started working again. So the man called into the show and explained the whole thing to us that night. So, she àwọn oúnjẹ ló máa ń cause deficiency yẹn ni, because most of our things are natural things. Some of the things that we're supposed to eat, but because of one reason or the other, we're not getting enough from our food. That is what we pack into this. So oúnjẹ ló fine ló cause most of those deficiencies ni, àbí why tó jẹ́ oúnjẹ ló ń fix ẹ̀, àbí oúnjẹ ní àwọn kankan tó nínú tó special tó lọ fix àwọn problem ni.
Oshisa, mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ explain the process of what detoxification means.
Okay.
Taba mo nǹkan tó mean, then ó máa easier láti apply. Okay, ṣẹ́rí ní bí gbogbo body wa ṣe rí, gbogbo ẹ̀, kidney, liver, heart, everything ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ títí ẹ̀. But tó bá wá ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn tán, ó máa ní àwọn deposits tó máa ń fi sí gbogbo body. Tó bá ìyẹn máa jẹ́ iṣẹ́ kidneys àti liver láti get rid of those things. So the truth is, in detoxification, what you're doing is introducing a medication that will help to pull all these deposits from every part of the body to the kidneys, so that the kidneys will remove them from the body. So when you detoxify, you're helping the body remove things that the body does not need, that may pose a problem as time goes on. Now, let me use another analogy so that èèyàn tó lọ sí oko tó lagi tó ní cut kékeré, ìyẹn wà ńbẹ̀, ó délé ó sóúnjẹ, iná jó, gbogbo kíní yẹn ṣáà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lára. Ṣé mọ̀ pé over time gbogbo ara ẹ̀ ò ní ṣe rí mọ́.
Apá ẹ̀ máa pọ̀ yẹn.
Thank you, that's the word. Apá ẹ̀ máa pọ̀. So what detoxification does is to now go from head to toe to deal with gbogbo àpá tó ti fi sílẹ̀ yẹn, so that the body goes back to being fully functional, which is something that the body actually needs. Take for instance, I really don't know so much about herbals like that, but I know about what medicine is, what medicine teaches us, which is why we encourage drink a lot of water. It will help easier to flush whatever it is. So but if you don't detoxify, you have a lot of those deposits, and it begins to build up over time, and then causes a major problem. So it is advised that maybe like once in 6 weeks, once in 2 months, detoxify, because of the food we're eating. Most of our foods really are not as natural as they used to be. You know, like you go to Oko, you eat fresh things off the ground, off the tree. now we're having a lot of genetically modified food, and commonly called genetically modified. Chemicals not nothing growing.
Modify.
Oh, yeah, more. Yeah, so really, we have a lot more deposits in our body. So when you detoxify, you're helping the body remove the excess. But you put ara can detoxify your body. It has too much build up to do it on its own. So when you detoxify, you help the body do it, and when you do that, you feel better. Like anytime there's a kidney is a pack up or function below par, and all detoxify with whatever you recommended to him, what the body has done is to try to kickstart the whole process in the affected kidney, so that it'll see a macro, and then the work will start all over again.
Wow.
Like I said, it's not only the kidney that does the work of detoxification, the liver, a lot of organs in their own respective percentages. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm learning a lot today. I have another patient that said the appendicitis was getting blocked.
Appendicitis.
Yeah.
Or
Appendix.
okay.
That it get blocked, and they're supposed to do an operation, but he decided to say, if this man said this thing can through the blood vessel, this thing that's been causing stomach pain or something like that on the right hand side, right, for a long time, for a short time, and they now give him some medication and say, if it happens again, you need to come back, we're going to operate you. So instead of using one detox like it says in the bottle, and the person have had me saying to people before that, if you have a major crisis, use 2 detox in the morning, 2 detox in the afternoon, and 2 detox in the evening, and he used it for about a week. And then he went back to his doctor. They go for X-ray or whatever they went for, and they said everything is okay again. Appendix, can it get blocked?
Okay, let me explain what the appendix is first. It's just one organ, really, that has no job in the body. I don't know, Basheman Kweniro, but it's just not something that is useful in the body. It's just an adjunct, something that tamo.
Could it be like a gizzard in chicken that has some stones inside?
I'm not saying, yeah, it's something like the gizzard, but it's not like it has stones. This one doesn't have stones.
Yeah.
It's not stones that it has. When there's appendix, is because there's an inflammation of that small organ. So otiwa wu, so otiwa need pain, and you find out that some people come back for antibiotics are lole, but if it keeps going back and forth, because more fecal burst, common of infections ara, but like I said in the beginning that the appendix really does not have any job whatsoever. So when you detox, I'm guessing, or I know that when you detox, what you do is remove anything that can cause like an overwhelming infection in the body. So it may as well work for the appendix, but I'm saying that it is not okuta lo anibe. It is one of the most useless organs in the body. It has really no function in the body. But when that happens, people just believe that common or burst sepsis. Sepsis is infection of the blood, because really fast. But she might advise me to repeatedly you have to remove it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I'm learning a lot today. I'm seriously learning 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things on this program today. Madam, I want to thank you very much for being my guest today. Guys, we're going to go on a short break. When we come back, we're going to discuss more about how things are supposed to work. We're still working on 1 thing, even though we're supposed to work on 3 things. We're still working on 1 thing. By the grace of God, we will be able to get to number 2, number 3 as well. So, guys, don't go away. We will be right back. Stay tuned.
heritage ti dé. Aba remedy ló sọ pé àìsàn ní ṣe wá. Ṣọ́múròrò àwọn ká pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dá o. Orí fífọ́ ò dáa. Máa ń pa wá ó ṣe kókó fámọ́. Diabetes ò dáa. Lùmọ̀lẹ́gùn ò dára káyé má bá wa jà o.
àbí o kàlàfíà wọn máa ti fíafíà o. ilé iṣẹ́ Aba remedy ṣe ń fọn rẹ̀ pé ká tọ́jú ara wa pẹ̀lú àwọn òògùn ìbílẹ̀ tiwantiwa. egbògi ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pọ́npẹ́lẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fáwọn onírúurú àìsàn bíi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ríru high blood pressure ìtọ̀ ṣúgà diabetes ẹ̀fọ́rí túlù migraine àwọ̀ká arthritis nárùn body inching ṣọmúlọ́rọ̀ àtẹ̀dá tó dààmú àwọn obìnrin Yorùbá natural Aba remedy ló lè yanjú ẹ̀. manpower ọkùnrin làdá tó ń fáwọn ọkùnrin lágbára láti ṣojú ṣe wọn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn aya wọn. ọ̀sẹ̀ àánú náà wà mercy soap fún gbogbo ẹni tó fẹ́ràn àánú gbà. Aba remedy láti lè ṣe heritage tv London. ẹ lè rí àláwọ̀ àdírẹ́sì tó ń kọjá lójú wòran yìí tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí +44 777 8957 893. lè ṣe heritage tv London ló ń pariwo wípé àìsàn àtàrùn onífàgọ́ ara wa ṣe bùgbé o.
Lùmọ̀lẹ́gùn ò dára káyé má bá wa jà o.
Okay, ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sí orí ètò. Mo dúpẹ́ pé ẹ bá wa fi ìfẹ́ ṣe, ẹ bá wa fi ìfẹ́ gbọ́. Ọlọ́run àánú á fi ìfẹ́ sí ayé gbogbo wa. Lálẹ́ yìí mo ní àlejò pàtàkì ní orí ètò. Àwọn ni arábìnrin dókítà wa Dr. Ọmọlàbákẹ́ Ọlátúbọ̀sún. Oníṣègùn òyìnbó ni wọ́n mọ̀ nípa nǹkan tí ń bẹ nínú ara dáadáa. Wọ́n sì ń láyé wa ní ọ̀nà tó dáa. Sista mi Muibat ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ó dá mi lójú pé ètò yìí ẹ máa ní àwọn tó máa wúlò fún ní ọ̀nà púpọ̀. Comfort Agboola ẹ̀ka lẹ́mà ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ìlú o. Àwọn alálẹ̀ wọn á dúró tí yín ojú òní tí yín o. Arábìnrin dókítà òyìnbó Dr. Ọmọlàbákẹ́ Ọlátúbọ̀sún. Mama Ọmọlàbákẹ́ kí ló tó fi ń pè lọ́mọlàbákẹ́ pàápàá.
I don't know.
Bóyá ọkọ yín nìkan ló yẹ kó máa pè lọ́mọlàbákẹ́ náà kì í ṣe gbogbo wa ló yẹ ká máa pè lọ́mọlàbákẹ́.
Orúkọ tí wọ́n fún mi láti kékeré nìyẹn.
Okay, do we have anybody on the show tonight that bear Ọmọlàbákẹ́? If your name is Ọmọlàbákẹ́, please let me know. If your name is Ọmọlàbákẹ́, please let me know. And you have to be as beautiful as my sister as well. If your name is Ọmọlàbákẹ́, please let me know. Whether it's your dad that calls you Ọmọlàbákẹ́ or it's yourself that decide to say, I will make sure my name is Ọmọlàbákẹ́. You never can tell. You see, my sister Ọmọlàbákẹ́, she's very gorgeous, she's very beautiful. And don't write the application because she's married. So don't even go there. I actually show her so that you can see her more properly. Okay. So, ẹ jẹ́ kí a tẹ̀síwájú ovarian cyst. Kí ni túmọ̀ ẹ̀? Kí ló ń ṣe? Àti ìyẹn mi nǹkan tí ẹ mọ̀ kankan pa yẹn rárá àtọ̀ ìdẹ̀fẹ́ mọ́ díẹ̀ nípa ẹ̀.
Okay, Mama, try as much as possible to be fast about ovarian cyst. Sherry, ovaries wà lára nǹkan tó lọ́n dá fún obìnrin. Ó wà lára nǹkan tó máa ń help láti lè bímọ ní natural process of ọmọ. Ṣòtìyẹn. Ó dẹ̀ ní bó ṣe máa rí ní ara, but tó bá ti wà cystic yẹn mi pé ó ti ń tóbi ju bó ṣe yẹ kó wà lọ. And a lot of reasons náà lòun náà máa fi ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. The hormones náà wà, like I said earlier, hormones wà lára ẹ̀. Then infection, gbogbo nǹkan báyìí wà lára nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kí ovarian cyst wà. Àwọn míì wà tó tún pè ní ovarian tumor. Tumor jẹ́ ó kàn mí pé tumor, yes. Ilé kan mí pé ovary yẹn náà nǹkan míì jàǹbá tuntun ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ló ṣe náà lòun náà ṣe tún ní problem yẹn. So gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ó lè má jẹ́ kí obìnrin bí ọmọ. Then àwọn míì kan tẹ̀ ti bímọ tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, that's including the tumor part. so tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ báyẹn èèyàn máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn oníṣègùn wọ́n máa wò ó wọ́n máa most times wọ́n máa ṣe operation ni wọ́n á mú jáde tó bá wá mú jáde wọ́n á gbé lọ sí nǹkan tá à ń pè ní laboratory wọ́n fẹ́ lọ wò bóyá nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn bóyá nǹkan lásán ni àbí nǹkan tó le bíi tó ti di bíi cancer sára what's cancer in Yorùbá again? Jẹjẹrẹ pé ó ti di jẹjẹrẹ so ó máa lọ wò ó so that tó bá yẹ pé any one of these things different way ló máa fi deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣòtì èyí tó bá yẹ pé ovarian cyst lásán tó wà benign tí ò ṣe jẹjẹrẹ tí ò fún anybody ní problem ẹni náà wọn kàn ti bá yọ ni tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tí ò tíì bímọ ó lè méjì ló máa ń wà lápá ọ̀tún àtọ̀ apá òsì wọ́n lè ṣe.
ṣé òun ló dàbí kidney yẹn mà inú obìnrin.
no kidney ọ̀tọ̀ ni kidney.
tó dàbí beans.
Kidney ni beans òun ló wà bean shaped. Kidney ló wà bean shaped. Ovaries tiẹ̀ bíi round nìyẹn wà níbi tọ́nà fi sínú obìnrin nìkan ló máa ń wà àfi tó bá yẹ pé nínú àwọn ọkùnrin míì tó like I said tí ò ń ṣe pé ọkùnrin àbí wọ́n ní both male and female sex organ reproductive organs wọ́n máa ń rí nínú àwọn ọkùnrin míì náà but it is basically for genetic females so tí ẹ bá wà ń bẹ̀ ó máa tún fún àwọn èèyàn míì ní pain gan tó bá fún wọn pain á dàbí pé àwọn máa sọ pé ó ń fún àwọn pain ó lè wá di wàhálà tó yẹ pé ó máa ní láti gbé wọn lọ sí emergency láti lọ wá nǹkan ṣe sí ìyẹn náà wà níbẹ̀ yẹn ní títí ẹ̀ náà bá yẹn ṣó ti yẹ yín gbà sá.
so variance yẹn a lè compare sí prostate lára ọkùnrin nítorí pé ọkùnrin prostate ọkùnrin nìkan ló máa ń níyẹn variance yẹn náà ó lè jẹ́ pé obìnrin nìkan ló máa ń níyẹn àbí nǹkan bí tó ṣe wà tó jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin nìkan ló ní obìnrin nìkan ló ní lára ọkùnrin yàtọ̀ sí prostate àti ovarians yẹn.
Bí kí obìnrin ní penis is not normal ṣẹ́rí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ayé tó di ayé ọ̀làjú la máa ń believe pé ọkùnrin àti obìnrin nìkan ló wà bọ́ nísìnyí a ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ọkùnrin míì ní nǹkan obìnrin lára àwọn obìnrin míì náà dẹ̀ ní nǹkan ọkùnrin lára ayé ti.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí oníṣègùn òyìnbó ṣe ti rírun ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rí ṣá.
Oh, severally yes.
wọ́n máa ń gbọ́ ni mi ò tí ì rírí.
Not as uncommon as we want to think. It's quite common. ṣùgbọ́n ṣe mọ̀ pé nísìnyìí tí with the advent of the social media we're learning a lot. There's something called an intersex. Intersex means pé wọ́n jọ ní méjèèjì àwọn míì ẹ máa rí pé wọ́n ní ojú ara obìnrin nǹkan tó máa ń pè ní lákìrìbọ̀tò bọ̀ kò sí wúńbù ńbẹ̀ ó kàn dúró dẹ̀ dì síbẹ̀ ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ ráwọn obìnrin míì náà wọ́n á ní ti ọkùnrin sókè wọ́n á ní tobìnrin náà ẹ̀dẹ̀ ráwọn ọkùnrin míì náà tó yẹ pé wọ́n ní penis but wọ́n ní scrotum there's a lot of variation to what we're seeing right now so kò ń ṣe ọkùnrin and obìnrin mọ́ there's a lot in between you know and it doesn't make them abnormal bó ṣe rí nìyẹn kò make them abnormal. It's just the way they are and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
ìyẹn ṣé ó lè jẹ́ pé egg àti sperm tó fertilize ara wọn gbà yẹn maybe egg méjì ló lọ fuse papọ̀ tó lọ di egg ọkùnrin kan àti egg obìnrin kan ló lọ sopọ̀ tó lọ di oníméjèèjì báwo lè ṣe máa ní méjèèjì papọ̀.
Sherry ní genetics gbogbo nǹkan DNA RNA it's a lot
it's
of
a complicated God complicated
yes.
Lab.
Yes, so something may go wrong, which is why for most people wọ́n máa ń ṣe nǹkan tó máa ń pè ní prenatal testing. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ní problem genetics. Àwọn èèyàn mi tó bá ti bímọ náà tó bá wà nínú oyún wọ́n á tún ṣe test pé ṣọmọ yìí ní any problem. Can foresee any problem for more in the future? Is there any congenital abnormality tó yẹ pé ọmọ yẹn ní, which is why ṣe máa mi ò bí ẹ ti máa gbọ́ pé àwọn míì tó bá wà nínú oyún á lọ ṣe test wọn ní ọmọ yẹn ní bíi Down syndrome àbò ní báyìí, so irú nǹkan báyẹn ni. So for most of these things wọ́n máa ń mọ̀ bí tumor bá wà, wọ́n máa ń mọ̀ nínú oyún, you know, díẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n lè máa ń mọ̀, but most times wọ́n máa ń mọ̀ nínú oyún. So tí irú nǹkan báyẹn bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀, what you need to do is, if you know what it is, you take the best decision. Look at your own self. What do you hope to gain? Why do you want to bring the child in? Because there's a problem. So, but like our countries, ojúṣì dúdú, wà ní access to good quality healthcare. BT healthcare are very expensive. Àdúrà la máa fi ń gbé pé kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣọmọ, kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣọmọ. But a lot would have been saved if it had been known while the baby was inside and we had dealt with it before that.
wọ́n ní kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín pé Yorùbá ni mí tẹ́ wọ̀ yìí nítorí pé ẹ mọ̀ pé máa ṣe program ilé ní lẹ ṣe lọ ṣe irun yín ní ṣùkú.
No. I've just always liked the native thing.
Yes.
But this purely coincidental.
Okay, especially when this program was planned today.
Yeah, thank you. And I've had this hair for about 4 days or thereabouts.
Okay, I'm sure that answer your question, Uncle. Ọlọ́run á dúró tì wá. Olúfẹ́mi Ọ̀jẹ́rìndé ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́, Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín, ojú òní tì yín, ẹ̀yin náà ṣe púpọ̀. Àǹtí mi, variant yẹn ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó jọ mí lójú, àti pé ẹ sọ nǹkan kan ní àìpẹ́ yìí tí mo fẹ́ takùn yín lórí ẹ̀ díẹ̀. Ẹ ní àwọn kan tí bí a fi máa parí ẹ̀ bí ẹ ti mọ nǹkan tí mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
No.
Ẹ ní àwọn country kan tí ká má parí ẹ̀ ká fi lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn.
Ọ̀pọ̀ tó ojúṣì dúdú.
Yes. Gbogbo test tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè fi Ifá wo àwọn test yìí.
Àwọn àgbà bọ̀ wọ́n sọ pé kí àgbàdo tó jáyé nǹkan kan ládìyẹ ń jẹ.
Káwọn medical tó wá.
Thank you. I really do not know the extent to which these things work. But nǹkan tí mo máa sọ ni pé ní ayé àtijọ́ mi ò really mọ like a lot of Yoruba Itoju and all that. But mi ò gbọ́ kọ́ whisper pé àwọn ọmọ tó ní problem pọ̀ bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀. But like I said, ayé ti evolve gan.
Ayé ti dúró kó dọ̀.
Yeah, natural food more. Ṣé mo pé food náà wà lára nǹkan tó affect
yes.
everything. So I really don't know if there's a direct link between how Ifa will do it, how the deities will deal with it, and what's happening now. But I can only speak for what I know now. And this is what I know.
Okay. In your company, why is fibroid common in African women and prostrate in African men, in Black African men?
Yeah, that is a very good question. For some reason, maybe because of our genetic makeup, fibroids affect a lot of African Americans. It's difficult fún wa láti rí òyìnbó tó jẹ́ òyìnbó correct tí ó máa sọ pé òun ní fibroid. Maybe 1 in 300. But the back pé obìnrin Africa mẹ́wàá sílẹ̀, ẹ lè rí bí, I'm not going to exaggerate, maybe 3 or 4 tó máa ní. But ṣé mọ̀ pé at some point in the life of every woman, ó lè ní that growth. Some of them just ó máa kàn tú ease out fúnra rẹ̀. Ṣé ti yé yín? But that is the study. It's been linked to our genetic makeup as
our
Africans.
Food.
Yes, plus or minus our food. But it's nítorí because they've not pinpointed what food it is. It's nítorí fibroid wà kéèyàn má jẹun. Fibroid dẹ̀ lè wà kó má disturb èèyàn. Ṣé rí nǹkan tá a pè fibroid yìí, for it to disturb you, a lot of things, bóyá kò jẹ́ kéèyàn bímọ, àbí ó ń fúnyàn ní pain, àbí ó jẹ́ kéèyàn bleed massively. Àwọn nǹkan nìyẹn. There's something called masterly inactivity. Sorry about that. Masterly inactivity just means that tí o bá disturb ẹ, má disturb ẹ. Yes. It's not every fibroid you want to go in and
Indeed.
cut up and do that. You know, some of them, just look at them. They're seedlings more disturb ara àwọn èèyàn tó bímọ márùn mẹ́fà tán dẹ̀ ní problem pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ ní problem pẹ̀lú àwọn náà.
But àwọn tó máa ń jẹ́ kíkùn wọn wú tó bá dẹ̀ pé wọ́n lóyún oṣù mẹ́sàn-án yẹn kọ́ and it's
Yeah,
fibroid.
that's it, for cosmetic reasons. Irú Sherry, by the time tó bá wú báyẹn tó bá dàpọ̀ lóyún ọmọ ò lè dúró síbẹ̀, so really ó ti wà problematic.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá àwọn ará lè sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìṣẹ́jú kan. Mo kí n káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò ti àṣálẹ̀ yìí. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ mi yé dáadáa. Ní Áfíríkà oríṣiríṣi ìwádìí ni èmi ti ń ṣe nítorí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó yà mí lẹ́nu. Nǹkan tí Yorùbá ní ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó jọ mí lójú. A dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílé iṣẹ́ Aba Remedy lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lórí oògùn kan tí wọ́n à ń pè ní oògùn fibroid, advanced fibroid. Tó jẹ́ pé téèyàn bá ní, mi fẹ́ káàntì mi dá sí eléyìí rárá nítorí pé mi mo ní eléyìí, èmi mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa eléyìí. Téèyàn bá ní fibroid, very soon we will come up with something that you can actually give back to that fibroid. It might be fibroid yẹn, á dẹ̀ fẹ́ níyẹn lẹ̀. And it's through our native thing. Nítorí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ni mo ti rí sí fibroid ń dá láàmú tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan tó bá mi nínú jẹ́. The same thing, stroke, ó ń da ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa láàmú. Ṣùgbọ́n màá ṣàlàyé nǹkan méjì fún yín tí mo fẹ́ kó yé yín ní alẹ́ yìí. Ní ilẹ̀ wa oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn ló wà ńbẹ̀. Bá ṣe ní àwọn èèyàn tó gentle láléèyàn bíi Fádèyí Olóró ní tí wọ́n fi wickedness ṣe fíìmù. Àwọn fi wickedness ṣe fíìmù ni, kì í ṣe pé àwọn náà gbòòrò fúnra wọn. Oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà ni à ń gbà níléeṣẹ́ Heritage Television àti Aba Remedy láti work out so many things that will make our life better, our life easy. Your cooperation on this, we need your cooperation. We need your assistance. If you buy our remedy, our supplement, and you feel funny about it or you notice something, please communicate it with us, because we will look into it and make it better. And if it's better, is what you want to complain about, you want to tell us about, we can pass it on to others to benefit others as well. The stroke medication, the stroke capsule is coming very soon. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run kí oṣù tá wà nínú ẹ̀yìn kó tó parí àti ready. We've been working on it, we've been praying on it, because when we work on things, we pray on it. Like you know, I'm very, very Christian spiritual. So I pray on things and see how things are. And on top of that, I ask other people to use, because the day they said to me if I can do this or if I can do that, I was shocked. When they used Ifa to do some few things that was quite unimaginable, because I was arguing with them, hey, Ifa will have song by what the Lumashi money, okay? The Balumashi, I'm going to Thomas Limi, approve it for me. Because I would like to do things properly. I want to see things done properly. I don't cut corners. At Heritage Television and Aba Remedy, we will never cut corners. We will go the extra miles to make sure that things are done properly. Because when God created us, He said, is beautiful. Only dara. So if God, that we are His image, can do something dara, and He gave us the ability to do something dara, we have to start aspiring to do things more dara as well. That is why we test things in the Christian way, and we give it to the Onifa, not give it to them physically. We ask them that this is what we've done. Just use your Ifa to tell us what it's all about. And you might be shocked what I want to say tonight. There's physical stroke and there's spiritual stroke. There's physical fibroid and there's spiritual fibroid. so many things that happen to us. There's physical and there's spiritual. So it's a shame I don't know Ifa, because maybe if I know Ifa, maybe I might be a better person or a wicked person. Like you have wicked pastors and you have good pastors. But I don't think wickedness will ever come my way, because I don't think I want to be wicked. What for? What will I gain from being wicked? Wicked cannot make things better for me. Some of the soap I do that are spiritual, I will tell people, if you buy this soap and you're not nice, nagbara Ọlọ́run kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ. You understand? You have to be nice for most of the soap I do to work for you properly, because that is what I want to promote. Fairness from everybody to everybody. And nice means you are fair from you to the next person. And that is what I want to canvas for. That is what my life revolves. That is what I want to do. Because my Jesus is a good person. And if I want to say I'm a Christian, it means I have to be a very good person. And I want to carry that into our own Omoluabi that I was born into. I'm born Omoluabi before I'm a Christian. Christian is by choice, but where I was born to is not my choice. So God created me as Omoluabi, and I want to make sure I promote the Omoluabi as much as possible. And that is why I go the extra mile to sell the Yoruba name Omoluabi. I even write it as a signature. The Omoluabi at the bottom of the Yoruba name t-shirt. If you haven't got one, I'm sure you can see it on my sister. Can you see the Omoluabi? It's actually a signature. We want to have that signature to say our life has to be Omoluabi. Our life has to be we have to be a better person to the next person. I'm going to touch the agitation quickly. We have to stop this nonsense of fighting everybody that doesn't agree with what you're doing. If A does not agree with what you're doing, don't worry about A. Just face where you're going. If A does not support you or B does not support you, forget about them. Just focus. Enough of all these distractions and side look. We need to be serious about what we're doing. Otherwise, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí ìrìnàjò ọdún mẹ́rin kó di ogójì ọdún mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Agbára Ọlọ́run kò ní di bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú fún wa. So I'm begging, I'm pleading to all the agitators out there, all the people who are fighting for Yoruba nation. If someone does not support what you are canvassing for, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because they're not meant to be part of it. When Moses wanted to take the children of Israel out of Egypt, do you think everybody agreed to it? Not everybody agreed to it. But when it's time to move, everybody moved. When they get to the sea, they'll say, why did you bring us here? You wanted to come and kill us here. Because there's no burial ground in Egypt. That's why you brought us here. Everybody that does not support Yoruba nation might not be the enemy of Yoruba people. They might just be their own ideology, what they believe in. But what God is doing, God will not stop it because of somebody that doesn't believe in it. Because in tó bá ti pinnu lọ́kàn ẹ̀, kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró. Ó ti pinnu Yoruba nation ni. Tí mi bá ṣe mọ́ lẹ́ni, Yoruba nation is coming. Tí àwọn tó ń lead wa tí wọ́n bá ṣe mọ́ lẹ́ni, Yoruba nation will come. Nobody can stop it. But it's just the biggest advice. Because of the story of Olajengbesi, it's very painful. And there are so many people that you give heartbreak to when you talk about things like this. And when anything happens to Oloye, we need to be positive about it. Because so many people cry, especially the elderly people. So many of them are on high blood pressure medication now because of Oloye. Because of what we pump out. We need to change what we pump out and how we pump out things so that life could be better for every one of us. But how many Opolakwe? But dear lion, It's only the few that are chosen that will lead this. It doesn't mean they hate it. You'll be surprised. They love it more than you even making noise. But the funniest thing is that some people just like to do things in the background. But if you're doing it in the background deceitfully and you're deceiving us, along Rockcoin, let's go back to my sister. My sister, I'm sorry to cut into that one and bring another issue in entirely. But animal for onule. I don't know about that. Okay, we've talked about ovariances. When something, those ovariances, does it come from variation?
What do you mean by variation?
Variation, something that varies. That's not supposed to be the way it varies from the normal way.
Yeah, that's basically what the cyst is.
Okay.
The ovaries are there naturally. They're a natural phenomenon in every woman.
Ovaries.
Yeah, the ovaries.
Ovaries.
Yes.
What is that one?
Ovary, no, that's what you call
reproductive
ovarian.
organ.
Yes, that's the reproductive organ. An essential to reproduction is the ovaries in a woman. So when there's a variation, that's when it becomes a cyst or a tumor, like I said earlier.
Yeah. Okay, can you guys hold on for 1 second? I'm just going to answer this one quickly. 1 second. I'm gonna mute my microphone. I'm sorry for that. 1 second, Auntie. I'm sorry for this. Yeah. Guys, I am so sorry for that. I am so sorry for that. I hope you will forgive me for doing that. I know it might not be the best of the best thing to do, but sometimes there are some calls you have to just answer. Ovaries. Yeah, ovaries. Okay. I'm going to go and study that one because I'm hearing that for the first time. I'm sure so many women have had it so many times. And okay, we've dealt with menstrual pain, we've dealt with ovaries. We want to talk about diabetes. Diabetes is the next thing we want to talk about now. Diabetes, when does it start? From when does it start? And it's a shame that some people, we only stick to Oyinbo medicine, and some people want to win themselves with Oyinbo medicine. Diabetes, break it down for us, Auntie.
Okay, in layman's terms, it's just too much of sugar circulating and a reduced or no insulin to mop it up. Insulin is produced by the body. Sugar, we take in, we eat, we drink, in all forms. Ideally, if there's sugar, the insulin will mop it up. But like I said, when there is a deficiency or a reduced, the body is producing very little insulin, that's when you have a problem with diabetes. Diabetes on its own has two types, the type 1 and the type 2. The type 1 usually is you're born with it. It's genetics. It's just there. Type 2, you get it. Maybe through food, sedentary lifestyles, you're not exercising, you're eating a lot of unprocessed over processed food. You're not eating lots of fruits and vegetables. You're obese. You get a lot. That's when you have type 2 diabetes. But in type 1 diabetes, it's not something you can do, it's not your fault. It's just something that nature has gifted you. In that one, your body is not producing insulin at all. In type 2, it is producing, but it is not enough. So in type 2, it is easier for you to do all the things that you're supposed to do right, and you regulate your blood sugar. In type 1, it goes a bit further than that. There, you now need to be giving yourself insulin to deal with any sugar in your body.
Can I ask you one question? Can we
Yes.
just make it easy instead of giving yourself okay, Auntie Uncle Biodun, we answer your question in a minute. Just type can we just deal with it in a native way? Can we just eat a wuro to nullify the sugar? Or it's not as easy as that.
Yeah, I will talk about that.
No, I'm just saying because
Yeah.
a wuro can counter sugar.
The beauty of science is the fact that over the years, the world has become a global village. People they're researching our normal food to see of what benefit it is to the body. I haven't read a study on ewuro in relation to diabetes, but I'm sure there should be something because it's common knowledge.
It's
So
just I'm just thinking about common sense now.
yeah, common sense and what it is may not align. It might not be the same thing.
Okay.
So
Okay, let's move away from there. Right? Like our normal food. Someone was saying that why is it that diabetes is common among our people? They wanna ask, should the normal blood pressure be 120/80? Why should the normal blood pressure of 120/80 be used for African? It seems of African have HBP, high blood pressure.
first and foremost, diabetes is not synonymous with Africans. It's everywhere. I don't know if you've seen a lot of people that are big, even in this country. Diabetes is everywhere. It has nothing to do with being black or white. It's actually, like I said, genetics or your lifestyle, your food, you exercise, what you eat. That is it. It doesn't have anything to do with being black or white. Like unlike fibroid, that is really like an African woman thing. So then, secondly, a blood pressure of 120/80 is just across. It's actually a range within which it's known that it's normal for your age, for your sex, for comorbidities. Comorbidities are if there are other problems on ground already, there's a blood pressure that you are expected to maintain. So it's not a one-way thing. But of course, when you now see a 12-year-old with a BP of 180/110, you're asking yourself, where is this problem coming from? Is there something that is genetic, that is now just exhibiting in blood pressure? I hope you know that children also have high blood pressure or low blood pressure. It has nothing to do with age and everything. What if there's a problem you're coming with that is now exhibiting as an high blood pressure or something? So we have to know exactly what you're dealing with. You find children as early as 1 or 2 years that have diabetes. So you can't say it's what they eat. It's something that genetic has contributed to them, and you just have to find out what cause exactly, what's the root cause, and then you deal with it. So it's not a one-way road. You find people that are really tall and have blood pressure of 110/70, 120/70. It's not abnormal. And you find old people with blood pressure of 160/100. It's not abnormal either. It just goes to show that there's something that's been happening, and what they're maintaining it on So the root cause has to be dealt with, discovered and dealt with for you to say this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing. When we say 120/8, it's just the norm that is expected. You understand that is expected. Does not mean that there can't be variations, bits of it on either side, and these variations will determine how the treatments will go. Say, for instance, if you're running and you sit down and I take your blood pressure, it's going to be high until your body calms down. Your heart goes back to normal, accommodates the new your changes in status, which is the running and the sitting down or something. So you can't go to the hospital after running all over the place in the hot sun, and you're not sitting down to relax and then take a blood pressure and expect it to be normal. Which is why when some people go to the hospital, they say, "Oh, my doctor said my blood pressure is 130/7/85, and they did not give me medication." We don't do that. That's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is you tell the person to come back, ask the person to relax, go and sit down. Some people are even scared of looking at a doctor. Their blood pressure goes up. So what are we going to do about that? So what I'm saying in essence that it's a variation. It's not clean cut. You have to just know a lot of things are at play in dealing with blood pressure and its medications.
Okay. Should there be variation in blood pressure taken when somebody is sitting down or when somebody is lying down?
Oh yes. Oh yes. But the difference is that there's an expected range when you're sitting, lying down, or standing.
Okay.
So if the gap is much more than it should be, okay, let's take for instance, if you're sitting and your blood pressure is 180/110, and you're lying down and your blood pressure is 120/80, there's a huge gap.
So something is wrong there.
Something is wrong.
Could it be the machine or could it be?
Now, let me talk about the machines. The regular one we used to use, the big one that is like the manual one. Personally, I'm of the opinion that they are way better because the electric one, the battery operated one, those ones are fickle, such that if you talk or you look too high, move too much, there can be like a variation. So for me, I tell people that for you to get the real thing, get a professional, somebody that knows what to look out for, what to listen for, and let them do the blood pressure for you. It's most times a better deal than the battery operated ones.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm going to open the line because since we started this diabetes question has been flying in. I don't know why. And most of the questions have been asked by men. Maybe mainly is men that are watching heritage television. That's why when we're talking about women thing, they all kept quiet, they kept muted. But now we jump to diabetes and questions were just coming in and coming in and coming in. So I'm going to open the line, and if you want to contribute, the number to call on WhatsApp only, please. The number to call. I'm going to dictate the number to you. If you want to call in, the number to call is shown on the screen now. WhatsApp only, please, and you can ask our doctor your question. I don't know, maybe we should even be doing this program more. Ask the doctor. Dókítà wà nílé or dókítà wà lórí ìjókòó. Abi? So that is the number to call. I have a question here. He says, "Oh, you missed the you missed the question, Uncle. Does type 2 diabetes with reference?" Okay, I have question coming in already. Yeah, let's take the question. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're coming from. And is this your first call? First time call?
Yes, my name is Blessing.
Blessing.
I'm from Ireland. Please, yes, I'm calling. I just want to ask. Mo fẹ́ béèrè pé tí obìnrin tó bá ṣe menses for 2 years continuously for every day for 2 years, ìgbà tó wá stop tán ní okay side left hand side ní up of the rims bí irú wá dàbí kíní wá pé ó ń expand kí ló lè fà sà.
Okay, aunty ṣe gbọ́ béèrè wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín mà.
Obìnrin ni mí.
No, doctor wa mo béèrè lọ́wọ́.
Okay.
Ẹ ṣe mo dúpẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín mà.
Yes.
Okay. Jump to quickly attend to this.
Kí lẹ sọ mà?
Ṣé fẹ́ kí n dáhùn eléyìí?
Yes. I don't have a clue.
Yes. In answering this, she needs to tell me how old she is.
Okay, I'll call her back.
Yes.
So in the future, I'll keep them on.
Yes.
50.
Hello. One
Mo jẹ́
in
53.
153 ma.
Okay, ma. Ṣé
And Mrs. yẹn stop nígbà tí mo jẹ́ 53 early 53.
okay. Let's put finally most of this is lower stages again.
One should stop finally. I will stop temporarily.
Ó stop finally.
I'll stop finally.
Okay. Ṣé ẹ ti wọ́n ti sọ fún yín pé bóyá ti
Finally.
reach menopause?
One issue is up to reach menopause.
Mi ti check mi béèrè ìgbà tó kàn stop mo kàn fi sílẹ̀.
Okay.
Okay. One nígbà tó stop àwọn gba kámú. Wọ́n láwọn fi sílẹ̀ wọ́n láwọn gba kámú ni.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣé question ti fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ti tán wọ́n lè máa gbọ́ lọ lọ́dọ̀ wọn náà.
Every other thing I can
Okay. So ẹ lè máa gbọ́ lọ lọ́dọ̀ yín náà mọ̀. Thank you.
do. First and foremost, èèyàn máa ń reach menopause tí ò bá ṣe period for 1 year continuously. That's 12 months of no period. There's something called menopause, and then there is perimenopause. Perimenopause ẹni pé ó ti fẹ́ dé bọ̀ period lè wà lóṣù méjì oṣù mẹ́ta kó tún máa wà lóṣù mẹ́fà kó tún padà wá ìyẹn perimenopause ni menopause ti ń bọ̀. But tí ó bá ti wá bleed for 12 months continuously ẹni náà máa sọ pé wọ́n ti reach menopause. Now she's just 53. She stopped menstruating around, so she has not maintained 12 months of no period. So I cannot say she's menopausal. Right now, she's on bleed for 2 years continuously. No matter on bleed for 2 years continuously, what did she do? She was of hormones. Did she ever have any test done to show that hormone any problem, or she wants cervical smear test screening? When was the last time she did it? I know that women of a certain age will need to do the screening either every 3 years or every 5 years. So what was the last thing that she was told? What medications ni wọ́n wà on? This is my advice to her. She's in Ireland. She needs to go see a doctor. First of the things they will do is to take her blood sample, run some tests, check her hormones. Ó kàn lè jẹ́ pé bóyá hormone bíi progesterone àbí estrogen ló ti low àbó pọ̀ sí bó ṣe yẹ, wọ́n kàn fún wọn lóògùn ó máa wà okay. Ṣó ti yé yín? She can start menstruating normally, or if she has reached menopause, they will do like hormone replacement therapy, and she's 53 now, so she really doesn't have anything to be scared of. But then want to share cervical screening. If there's a problem, it's better to deal with it on time. Now, I need to sound a note. This is not to scare anybody. Every woman should have a screening done between 3 to 5 years, depending on your age. Cervical cancer is there. But if it's caught early, the chances of survival is the prognosis is really good. So I would not want anybody to be scared. Deal with it and move on from it. But Power Juju were a bit more skeptical. So I can first share, but I think it's something that I'd advise everybody to do and get over it. So for this person, she needs to go see a doctor. They'll do some tests amongst blood tests, cervical screening. They'll check her hormones. Now she talked about the left-sided upper abdominal pain. That is that's a different thing entirely. More expand. What exactly there is there that is expanding? Is it a liver? Is it gallbladder? A lot of things can be expanding there. She needs to get it tested. Ẹni yìí àmọ́ ọmọ mélòó tó ní because yes ní ìgbà kan wọ́n ti pé she fat she fertile ṣé wọ́n bímọ púpọ̀ ṣé wọ́n bímọ púpọ̀ wọ́n tóbi wọ́n so many things can cause that also. In all of these things she has said, then this is things that simple tests and simple medications
bring out.
With.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People are begging you to say, please, we want you to come back regularly on the program because we really learned a lot tonight. That is from David Adegoke. I'm learning a lot as well. The line is still open. That's the number to call. Don't be shy. You don't. Maybe I should not even ask for names. Or maybe even if I ask for name, just give me a bogus name. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, I'll try not to ask for name again. So, I've kept my doctor for about 2 hours. I want to appreciate her. I want to thank her. I want to thank the family for releasing her at this crucial time. It's holiday time. Perimenopause. Is it perimenopause? Premenopause. Perimenopause.
Yes,
but I call it perimenopause. Okay, we have another caller who is just trying to call in. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Ẹ kálẹ́ sá o. Ó yá. Ẹ kálẹ́ o. Ìbéèrè yín mo ti ní mi ní ìbéèrè orúkọ mọ́. Ẹ kálẹ́ o dókítà.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sá.
Wọ́n gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ kú ìjókòó dókítà ẹ ṣé ẹ kú dìde o.
Yes, sir.
Àwọn tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni wípé ṣé diabetes ṣé gbòǹgbò ẹ̀ gangan ṣé inú metabolism ni àbí báwo?
Okay.
That is to say, is it really rooted in our metabolism?
Is it rooted in
or is related to what we eat, or because of our age, or it's in some families' history? These are my questions.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
Thank you.
When I started, I talked about type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is rooted in the family, is in the genetics. Then type 2 is basically what we eat, like in our metabolism. That was what I said from the beginning. Now I'm going to go one step further and say, Sherry, èèyàn tó bá tóbi tí ò kì í ṣe exercise tó dẹ̀ ń jẹ a lot of processed food tí ò exercise ẹ̀ jáde.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bó bá tiẹ̀ bí ò bá tiẹ̀ tọ́wọ̀n bá ní family wọn òun lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni. So let's get that first. Then ẹni tó bá ní family wọn, it is because the pancreas nǹkan tó yẹ kó produce insulin tó yẹ kó mop up excess sugar tó wà lára oúnjẹ tá bá jẹ, they are broken down to sugar. Kò sí ńbẹ̀, is deficient. But ẹni tó ní type 2 ó wà ńbẹ̀ but kò oúnjẹ tó ń jẹ ti pọ̀ jù fún. So until you watch your food, just eat enough to be satisfied, not to eat excessively, not to be obese. Until you do that, you keep having problems with sugar. And once the sugar is high, it might affect every system nearer.
including
Is that
ojú including ojú ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ ìyá wa
yes sir.
ok ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá mà.
Nàìjíríà ni mo ti ń pè sá.
ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè ẹ fẹ́ béèrè question ni àbí.
Mo fẹ́ enquire lórí mo ra oògùn kan ní Nàìjíríà the detox and.
hold on ma mo wà lórí show mo rò pé bóyá ẹ fẹ́ béèrè question lórí show yẹn ni mà.
Okay sir.
ẹ fún mi ní bí about 20 minutes or so màá pè yín padà fẹ́ pé private question ẹ fẹ́ béèrè ṣe gbọ́ mà. ẹ ṣe gbọ́. Okay. I think we have a missed call as well. We have a missed call. We have a missed caller. We actually have 2 missed caller. So let's get the first one back, and we'll take it from there. Alagba Doubting Thomas Mwambio present sir. Hello, ṣé fẹ́ béèrè question ni ma? Oh yeah, ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
All right sir. Àṣírí mo ti ń pè orúkọ mi ní Comfort. Money. The question is that someone has a surgery for fibroid. Then after the fibroid, then bleed. I mean, it's not that really bleed, just a little. It's just 1 day period instead of 3 or normal period day. So then the next day, maybe just a little lighting one, that's it. Or they must stop. So that's my own question.
How old Lenny Emma?
It's 41.
Only 41 Lenny. Okay. Ṣé kò sí question mi tẹ́ fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ mọ́ wọ́n lè máa lọ àbí?
No, that's it. Yes.
Okay. Ẹ ṣé ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín mà.
All right.
Ó yá ẹ bá fi ìdáhùn
sí. Then sáré dáhùn ilé. Tí èèyàn bá ṣe ó dàbí nǹkan tó ti pẹ́ lára tí ọba wa yọ ara ṣì máa try láti adjust to the new thing. So this is what has happened both times. Ẹ máa gbá àwọn èèyàn tó sọ pé okay I want your fibroid wọ́n bleed for like 6 months 1 year wọ́n ṣe gbogbo blood test everything they are okay. The body will readjust, the body will come back and take it up from there. The body is just trying to adjust. Ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó bá ti pẹ́ lára ara náà kò kàn ní jẹ́ kó lọ báyìí àmọ́ rò pé okay what's happening, why don't I have this anymore? I used to get a lot of blood supply, nutrients tó yẹ pé our fibroid they don't feed on it, but nísìnyí you're not getting it anymore. So until your body readjusts and the hormones come back to normal, you probably have this problem. But I'll tell the person to just continue, watch it. If after 6 or 7 months it still doesn't get better, go back to the hospital. They will need to get your blood test done and maybe give you medications to go back to normal.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I have another person that wanted to ask a question, but unfortunately, Muti lose call yẹn. Ẹjọ́, madam, ẹ pè padà tí ẹ bá ń pọ̀ mi. Madam, adúpẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín fún ètò tẹ́ bá ṣe lálẹ́ nítorí pé àti èmi àti àwọn tó ń wò wá tájọ́ ń ṣe program àwọn family mi tó wà online gbogbo wọn náà ṣe thank you good talk. They appreciate you, they thank you, they honor you, they respect you because you break things down for us in a way. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run sẹ́ẹ̀ a máa pẹ́ láyé gbogbo wa máa pẹ́ láyé nítorí pé Ọlọ́run máa gbà fún wa. Ẹ káalẹ́ o. Ẹ káalẹ́ o. Ẹ káalẹ́ mà. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ètò. Ó yá ẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹ ti wà lórí ìkànnì.
Hello sir, hello ma. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni. Ẹ káalẹ́ sir.
Ẹ káalẹ́ mà. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Ẹ káalẹ́ mà. Ẹ rà sir. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tí mo fẹ́ béèrè. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni diabetes. Ọkọ mi wọ́n ní diabetes so but kí ni yẹn dá bí stop wọn gbogbo time tí wọ́n fi hàn since 2019 ni so kí ni yẹn dá bí stop wọn láti Nàìjíríà láti wá sí Ìbàdàn tí gbàtà wá dé bí báyìí kí ni yẹn wá ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń wọ́rí wọn so ó mú wọ́n lọ sí ẹsẹ̀ wọn left níbí báyìí so ìgbà tí àwa lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n gé ẹsẹ̀ left yẹn tán so àwa ní ànímọ̀ continue láti máa lo insulin because insulin yẹn wọ́n lò ní ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì lọ́sàn-án ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì lálẹ́ àwọn sọ pé wọ́n ti pọ̀ jù torí kíní yẹn ó dẹ̀ wọ́n ráìsì wọn wọ́n ráìsì so báyìí nísìnyí tí a bá chẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ̀ irú àárọ̀ ìbáyìí ó jẹ́ bíi 240 by 96 ọ̀sẹ̀ ìgbà tí mo tún chẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ̀ tí mo tún chẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ báyìí nísìnyí ó jẹ́ 207 by 92.
Okay, number one kí ló tẹ́ fi ní pé kí wọ́n máa lò mọ́ tí wọ́n bá lò ó tí ṣúgà yẹn ò bá control it will still lead to more problems.
tó ìgbà tí ara ti tọ̀dọ̀ yín bẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ tún ní bóyá kí n stop yẹn wípé mi lè lò ó mọ́ra wọn yẹn ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ confam pé mi lè lò ó mọ́ra mi wá lò ó báyìí níṣẹ́ àti gbà mí lọ́dọ̀ yín ní àná.
Lamẹ́ríkà okay mi mọ̀ bóyá àwọn máa lè dáhùn question yẹn nítorí pé aunty.
Yes, let me just quickly touch on.
Aunty ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ lọ́dọ̀ yín sọ ẹ lè gbọ́ nǹkan tó máa sọ ẹ máa gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín tá a bá ṣe tán lórí ètò kẹ́ pè mí mà ṣe gbọ́ mà okay ó yá.
Okay, in the management of diabetes mellitus, since the epi affect ẹsẹ̀ kan, wọ́n ti lose yẹn, but then we're trying to salvage what's left of the other one. They need to diabetes kò kàn ṣe oògùn lásán. It needs to check what they're still eating. Oògùn tó ṣì ń lò pẹ̀lú ṣé wọ́n lo any other thing. Lógùn tí ò ṣe tí ò ti control sugar wọn because really sugar is not controlled as it is so until they get a control of the sugar then really get the desired effect when taking medication, any medication for that matter. So it needs to do a lot, which will include in checking his sugar, checking the diet. Yeah, but checking the food, and he should try to exercise. All these things will help to control the sugar. Irrespective of ogun tó bá ń lò, tó bá control sugar, tó bá ṣe the right thing, ogun ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣó ti yé yín? So I want her to note this. Àwa Yorùbá adẹ̀ ní nǹkan kan lára, a máa lélẹ̀. Tí o bá ti ṣiṣẹ́ tá bá ti lò fún ọjọ́ mẹ́rin ọjọ́ márùn-ún tí o bá ṣiṣẹ́ a máa dump ẹ̀. That is not how to do things. You have to continue with the process. Àwọn oògùn kan wà tẹ́ pé ẹ lè rí effect ẹ̀ until be 2 weeks, 1 month after. Although ẹ lò. So you have to be consistent. Go for your checkup. Do your sugar at home yourself. Before you don't think of
okay, let me add a little bit more to that. Yeah, if you're using ogun cough mixture and your diabetes, right, automatically your sugar will go up.
It depends on your ogun.
Yes, but most of ogun
sugar.
Yes, like night nurse, simple linters, all those things, they got a lot of sugar in there. The reason I know is that I'm not diabetes, but I've been using the measuring thing every day because I'm using detox. I'm testing so many new things that we're doing, so I'm trying to watch how it will affect people or how it will react on people. During that, it takes me to the borderline straight away. Yeah. So when I withdraw the ogunko, I find out I get back to normal. So I now get back to ogunko again. and I increased my detox to 4 a time. I find out that the detox did not let it go to pre again, so it kept it at bay. So I kept myself on the 4. I want to see whether it will take me to, it will take my sugar level to dangerously low, but it didn't do it. So it means my pancreas is trying to balance it the way it's supposed to balance it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
like I said to so many people, the detox as well, you need to be very careful how you use it, because we don't want it to bring you down too low into, I don't know what they call that one.
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not English, so I don't want to lose my teeth or my tongue by trying to pronounce the name. So someone still needs to be very careful. Why detox could be very good for you, it could be harmful to you if you abuse it. That is why I wrote 1 capsule a day on the bottle. If you are big, you need more than 1 capsule. If you are tiny, if you go and take 4 capsules like me that has a big belly like obesity man, then you're shooting yourself in the leg, right? And when I started my detox, I find out that the detox muck up my belly. It takes my belly in, right? And within a short time, my skin become fresher. I look younger. I look at my wedding pictures about 15 years ago. I look at it and I look at myself now, and I look the same I used to look 15 years ago. If you want to see that, go on my Facebook page, look at my wedding picture, and compare me and that wedding picture to what I look now, and compare my broadcast now to what I looked 6 months ago. You'll find a big difference now. That I look terribly younger now than what I used to look before. So, in essence, what we're trying to educate ourselves on tonight, Mommy, I'm going to ask you a question in a minute. What we're trying to educate ourselves tonight is how to prolong longevity. Longevity, whatever. Yeah, because especially me gun mi ṣe Ìgbò Yorùbá ni mi, mo ti try láti máa sọ Yorùbá ju Ìgbò lọ pàápàá gan. So that is what we're trying to do to ourselves. So in the course of doing that, we want to make sure that we don't harm ourselves as well. So I'm begging you, there's so many things we need to do. So daddy needs to check so many things. Daddy that the auntie call for. They need to check so many things. Yes, maybe you want like iyán, ẹ̀bà, àmàlà, iṣu, and all those things. All those things turns to sugar, and because daddy is not very mobile again, there's no stress. So there's no energy. There's no exhausting of energy. So all those things will turn to fat still. Mommy, you want to say something, doctor?
Yes, I need to say something about food in relation to diabetes. Yeah. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ a máa ń gbọ́ pé nígbà tí mo wà Nàìjíríà tí mo practice, wọ́n ní ká máa jẹ wheat, wọ́n ní ká máa jẹ plantain. You see people eating just wheat and plantain every day, and the sugar is not controlled. Please and please, I beg you, there is no rule that says you cannot eat 4 times a day.
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello, ma. Ẹ má bínú, mi fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ yín tẹ́lẹ̀, mo rò pé mo pa microphone mi bọ̀ mi pa. Ó yá, wọ́n pè padà ní, so mo wá fẹ́ wò bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ sọ nǹkan ni, bọ̀ wọ́n ti lọ padà.
So there is no rule that says you cannot eat 4 times a day. The rule is the quantity. When you're hungry, eat. Eat in bits, in little quantity. Let your food make sure you have a lot of vegetables, fruits, fish, everything. We're blessed with efforiro. Eat all those things. Eat healthy. Don't say I'll eat only once a day and eat like for 5 people. No, you're allowed to eat 6 times a day, but eat in bits. Snack healthy. Eat everything. Don't say only human for diabetes, so I can't eat it. That's not true. Eat in bits. Make a feast. Your feast size. should be your solid. Then have a lot of vegetables. Experiment with food. You don't have to be rigid. Don't do that to yourself. Eat well. Eat healthy. That's the rule. Don't eat large portions. Say, okay, I'm going to eat just twice a day. I'm going to eat large portions. No, you don't need that. You need in bits. Tẹ́bí bá tútù bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pa yín, ẹ tún jẹ bits me instead of I think I don't know where we got that erroneous beliefs from that we can't eat a lot because and you know need diabetes. No, eat a lot. It's beans, legumes, lentils. It's a lot of things, but eat in bits. The trick is the bits, not the size, not the one time that you eat a lot. I hope I'm communicating. I don't know if
Yes, you are. You are. You are. I try something myself, and I don't know what advice you can give me on this one. When they said to me sometimes ago, I'm pre-diabetes, long time ago, I think that day when the doctor told me that, I actually had a big bowl of rice before going to the surgery. So the man said you are pre-diabetes, 7.1 or 7 point something.
5 or something.
Yeah. So I was worried. So I ran away from so many things. But now when the thoughts came, I started eating anything. I eat anything like anything. If I go to party, they serve ice cream in a party, I munch it. People came to me at the party. At this your age, you drinking ice cream, you eating cake. And I said, don't worry, I have that. I have detox. The man said, what is detox? I show it to him. He said, can I have one as well to try? And I said, yes, you can try it. So I gave it to him. So because the man is diabetes before, so he has the thing to test it. So when he got home the following day, he called me and said, Mr. Thomas, you know, with all the things I eat at the party, I test my blood sugar later on when I got home, and it was okay. So does it mean I can eat anything? I said, you need to go and ask your doctor. I am not a doctor. So, but for me, now I eat anything. Before, when we were young, we can eat late, and nothing happens. But now they said, don't eat late, don't say, all those things stopped. I eat anytime I want. Because when I finish, I put to detox my mouth. And my sugar level is fantastic. 5.3, 5.8 is, I look at it and it's fantastic. What I wasn't eating before, I started eating it. Yet I still try to eat healthy, because if I eat rice, I put veg. I eat more of veg, but I don't want us to abuse it. Diabetes is a terrible disease. It makes you feel hungry every time. Is that so? Does it make people feel hungry?
I want to eat all the time. That's why I say eat in bits. You can eat, but eat in bits. You can eat 6 times, 7 times. Nothing stops you, but eat in bits and eat healthy. Instead of food a lot of times, snack healthy. Eat healthy things. That's not cheating.
Okay. So what I find out is now I drink ice cream 2 o'clock in the morning.
Not because the healthy, actually, not because of diabetes, just for your lifestyle and everything, you know. But I know that if you detox, you're removing excess build radicals, not just sugar, anything that is not supposed to be there. As long as the detox is active, that's what it's supposed to do for you.
Okay,
You don't abuse it. Don't do. I don't know if I
overdo
will
it. Yeah.
overdo it. Overdo so that you don't
Cause another problem somewhere.
Yeah.
Great. Wow. I am full of knowledge. I can go and do Cambridge medicine exam now. I'm sure. I'm sure what we learned tonight, we go a long way to improve our quality of life, to stay healthy, to live a life free of that disease or this disease. I'm sure we've learned a lot. maybe the next show we will talk about HPP and some other thing, because I learned a little bit. In my conversation with doctor sometimes ago, I learned something about prostate as well. There's prostate enlargement and there's prostate cancer, and so many. Before I think they're all the same. I thought it's the same, but now I find out it's not the same. But it's not a topic we're going to discuss today because time is fast spent. So we're gonna have to pick another day. I don't know what day. Doctor will give me a day that's suitable, and we will announce the day, so that we know when we're going to be having this. Ask the doctor. Onishegun one, Doctor Waluri Joku, so that we discuss all these things, and it will go a long way to help us to live a better life. I want to live whole. I want to live for a long time, and I want to live a healthy long time. I don't want to be a liability to anybody, and the only way I won't be a liability is to just make sure we do things rightly. Make sure. And no, you can call me tonight after the show, Uncle D. And the beauty of everything is the way we're doing things now. We're going back to basics, and going back to basics will help us a lot in so many things that we're doing. Madam, I want to thank you for honoring my invitation. I want to say a very big thank you to you from me and from all our listeners all over the world. We appreciate you. We thank you. You haven't answered my question. Okay, mommy said, mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy said, let me go back to the question itself. Is there any genetic link with arthritis among black people?
Yes, thank you. Yes, there really actually is. Arthritis on its own is not just joint pain, it's an interplay of a lot of things: genetics, the food we eat, our water, our exercising. For some people, they have it, but they can delay it coming to them. They have it in the family. They can delay it coming to them if they do the right thing. Drink a lot of water, cut out soda, cut out a lot of red meat. That will help them in not getting to that painful part early. But it does not totally eradicate it, but just pushes it forward and improves the quality of life.
I have a question for you. When kini ogun alaburuku?
Yeah, actually, in medicine, there's something called night terror, nightmares. So what they do is
Hold on, Uncle.
sleep hygiene, good sleep hygiene. If you have anything,
Cobwebs.
cobweb, no, not the dirt or someone that is rough.
Hey, hold on, Uncle.
Put everything in order, because the way it is our mind that misinterprets the things, and we make up things that just before we sleep, and we transfer it to our sleep world, our dream world. That sometimes that's the belief comes at night terror or nightmares. So really, good sleep hygiene. If you have anything worrying, anxieties, deal with it. So that's
Okay. I will add my own to it, right? And I have another gentleman on the line, but I will add my own to it. Drink detox before you sleep, and put some atare in the four corners of the room. Drink this was given to me. I don't know, I haven't got any proof to it, but this is what the Holy Spirit is telling me. What is with Holy Spirit and atare? Atare is a seed. It's something that God gave us. Atare, we didn't manufacture atare ourselves, so don't condemn atare totally. Put some atare in the four corners of the room. Drink detox before you sleep. You find out when you hit the bed, you're gone. You leave the world behind. You know that song that says, "Tonight I celebrate my love for you." That we leave the world behind. We just go. That's what I do every night now. Anything that happened from the time I sleep to the time I wake up, I don't even know anymore. So, Uncle, your question, sir.
Yeah, I am calling in relation because I intended to call you in relation with the woman that said that her husband's leg was cut off.
Okay.
I
Wow.
have diabetes.
Yeah.
I know, but the fact that remains is that diabetes, how it affects each person differs. That I know from the research that I made personally. The doctors don't have the time to give us, adequate analysis of how to go about things. It is left for us, in most cases, to go and do a bit of more research in this day and age. There are other things that can be done to support, the medication that we are being given. Then, having said that, the medication that we are being given has got a lot of side effects, and this is where we've got to be careful about how we eat and what we eat, how we try to not eat too much, because if we just rely on the medication, for me, when I was just relying on the medication that I was given, now if I eat, the next 30 minutes I start to feel terribly hungry again. That made me to go and make a lot of research to how to put all these things into store. It takes me about 9 years for me to be able to get actually what will be good for me. The mama and the husband have got to work together, look at the internet, try and see. But having said all this, please, I am not a doctor. The way it affects individuals differs. Consult with your doctor if you are to use anything. This is my own call. It's a very, very horrible and terrible disease. It causes a lot of things in the long run if we don't control it. That's my take.
Okay, are you using detox, sir?
At the moment, I'm not using detox because I have a lot of things that I'm using. I'm controlling my diabetes.
Okay, fantastic.
Really, I am really controlling my diabetes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your advice, sir. God bless you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, this is where we're going to end it all tonight. This is where we're going to end it, not hall, just the program. We don't end it in the hall. My mistake. I'm sorry for saying that. This is where we're going to end the program tonight. And I want to thank everybody who was tuning in to watch the program. First time, Madam did very well. You know what? Without the glasses, you look under 18. Seriously. Without the glasses, you see. I said, did they change who was sitting there before? Then I saw the glasses back on and I said, oh, still the same person. I don't know why she looked under 18. Sister, I want to thank you. Doctor, I really want to appreciate your time with us tonight. I have enjoyed this program better than lots of other programs I've done in the past. And I want to say a very big thank you to you, Madam. God bless you. And I hope when we call you, when we invite you next time, you will honor our invitation. Thank you. Any special advice for us before you go?
Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, the secret to life is to start on time. Start to do the positive things on time. However, it's never too late to start. Whenever you start is when you start. You can still do a lot with whenever you start. Eat healthy, exercise, reduce processed food, drink lots of water, reduce alcohol, stop smoking. That way you will save yourself a lot of long-term pain and tears. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma. We've been working with Dr. Omoalabake. What a beautiful name. That woman amazed me. She knows her stuff. I learned a lot tonight. I'm sure you learn more than one thing. Don't lie. I won't say you learn one thing. You must have learned more than one thing, because me, I learned more than 100 things tonight. I even learned some vocabulary. Ovaries, that's one. I have another one, perimenopause, premenopause. I learned that one. I learned some few other ones that are very, very ovarian cycle. I learned that one as well. I learned pancreas as well. I think I know about diabetes before, so that one's not new. So I learned so many things, and I really appreciate our time tonight. Out of our busy schedule, she still managed to say, without even much stress, say, "Oh, Uncle, I'm busy, but for my people, for my Yoruba people, I would do it." And she said, "Oh, thank God I have Yoruba Anime top." And she gladly showed it off. And I'm sure some people are jealous that she's wearing this long sleeve, dark charcoal Yoruba Anime top, which is, you can't get that one anywhere. It's only for some special people. So you're allowed to join the special people for £20. That top is. So if you want to invest in yourself by buying any of our medication, the numbers of the agents are rolling underneath there. We have agents in all over America. We have all over London. We have in so many places in Nigeria now. We have in Lagos. We have in Abeokuta. We have in Ibadan. We have in Akure. We have in Ondo. We have in Ado Ekiti. We have in Abuja. Another one is springing up in Kaduna shortly. We have another one springing up north in England soon as well. So we have in London, we have in East London, we have in Southeast London, we have in Kent, we have in Essex, we have in Camberwell, we have Filifijo is there, the lady in Camberwell Green, superb woman, and all these people in America. We have a new agent in New York City. I haven't put a number there, but a number will be flying soon there, very, very soon, as soon as I have the time. Prostate is something that you men should look after yourself. Prostate enlargement, because I now know that there's prostate cancer. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, àìsàn káìsàn kò ní ṣe ẹnìkankan nínú wa. Gbogbo wa la máa gbégbé àlàáfíà ní agbára Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè. Kẹ́mi mo ṣe sọ, stroke, prostate, fibroid, all those things, there's physical of them and there's spiritual of them. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, ọba tó dá ayé àti ọ̀run aláàbò gbogbo ẹ̀dá ènìyàn, á fi ààbò rẹ̀, á fi bò wá. When are you going to have your blood pressure in Lagos? We will have it before the mid of January. We're working on it. We want to ship it this week, and we're working tirelessly on it. And I want to thank one of the clinics in Abeokuta that decided to take the medication. Is the supplement rather is a big risk, and he said, "I've used this thing, I want to test it, and it works for me. I will fight anybody that doesn't want me to sell it because it works for me and works for my dad." I love that man. It's a big courage. He wants to talk, and I said, "Please don't talk. I don't want trouble. I don't want anybody to give you trouble, because they will know his voice straight away and they will be looking out to catch him." But the man is very brave man. Guys, I love you all, and I'm sure you love our doctor tonight, Dr. Omolabake or Latiboson. You need to go to nursing school. Already daughter. Nursing school, yeah. I'm coming in contact. I'm going to nursing school. Nursing school, the Holy Spirit, and I'm sure it's really working for me. I want to thank you all. I want to thank Jehovah for giving me the wisdom, the courage. I want to thank the Fulani for waking us up. If not for Fulani, I would never be doing this that I'm doing now. Because before, if you talk about Ifa, I would run. But now I realize Ifa is not something bad at all. It's something that is very good for all of us to know about Ifa. You can say whatever you like. I'm an apostle, I'm a pastor, I'm a Christian. But when I see the depth of Ifa, I was shocked. That is why some people, even the white people, are coming to learn Ifa in Yoruba land. The body will be to back Ifa from you go. And we're going to go for a he won't feel looking pay, looking suffer by, looking dafa, Japanese to dafa. It's strange, but we, the owner of these things, we're just using. For what say, I think you will leave Babawa. Ọlọ́run adó tiwa, ojú òní ti ẹnì kankan nínú wa. Ọba tó na ayé àti ọ̀run Ọlọ́run gbogbo ẹ̀dá ènìyàn adó ti gbogbo apáta. A kọjú sí wa, àṣìwà lóore, a dẹ̀ ní dààmú ní ọ̀nà kọ̀nà. Ní agbára ọba Ọlọ́run alárùbí, ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wa kò ní dààmú. ẹ̀yin ò ní dààmú èmi ò ní dààmú a máa wá a máa lọ láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà ogun ọ̀run yóò máa dáàbò bò wá ní ojoojúmọ́ ìfẹ́ àti àánú ọba Elédùmarè ni a máa rí láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ ogun ọ̀run yóò jà fún wa àwọn tó nílé ayé wọ́n gbalẹ̀ wa fún wa ní ayọ̀ àti àlàáfíà láì ní sí pákànleke nínú because àdúrà mi lójoojúmọ́ nìyẹn I don't want my people to die unnecessary death and I don't want my people to remain slave forever and ever. This is why I cannot say we shouldn't fight. We shouldn't do this fight. We have to do it because it's essential. It's important that we free ourselves from the bondage of some idiots that are just fighting us in a stupid way. What is the big deal? What is the big deal? What is the big deal? That some people just say they just want to keep us as slaves forever and ever. They're deceiving themselves. Yoruba nation is here to stay and nobody can stop it. Until tomorrow when I come your way again, I'm sure you're enjoying this daily thing now. You're enjoying it. Tomorrow, we might be talking about some other things. I'll keep it secret. But that one tomorrow is going to come a little bit earlier because my guest tomorrow is in Nigeria. And I don't want NEPA to do yeye thing to us tomorrow when we're doing it. So until tomorrow when I come your way again, I remain your family, your friend, your brother, your servant as well, and I remain your employee because you are the one that employ me. Without you paying me, I can't be doing this. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Have a good sleep.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ jùmọ̀ kọ orin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwa ni ògo adúláwọ̀.
Heritage ti dé. Aba Remedy ló sọ pé àìsàn ní ṣe wá. Ṣọ́múròrò àwọn ká pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dá o. Orí fífọ́ ò dáa. Máa ń pa wá ó ṣe kókó fámọ́ ọkùnrin. Diabetes ò dáa. Lùmọ̀lẹ́gùn ò dára káyé má bá wọn jà o.
àbí o kàlàfíà àwọn máa di fíafíà o. ilé iṣẹ́ Aba Remedy ṣe ń fọn rẹ̀ pé ká tọ́jú ara wa pẹ̀lú àwọn òògùn ìbílẹ̀ tiwantiwa. egbògi ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pọ́nbélé tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fáwọn onírúurú àìsàn bíi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ríru high blood pressure ìtọ̀ ṣúgà diabetes ẹ̀fọ́rí túlù migraine àwọ̀ká arthritis nárùn body inching ṣàmúlòrò àtẹ̀dá tó dààmú àwọn obìnrin Yorùbá natural Aba Remedy ló lè yanjú ẹ̀. manpower ọkùnrin làdá tó ń fáwọn ọkùnrin lágbára láti ṣojú ṣe wọn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn aya wọn. ọ̀sẹ̀ àánú náà wà Mercy Soap fún gbogbo ẹni tó fẹ́ ra àánú gbà. Aba Remedy láti lè ṣe Heritage TV London. ẹ lè rí àláwọ̀ àdírẹ́sì tó ń kọjá lójú wòran yìí tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí +44 777 8957 893. lè ṣe Heritage TV London ló ń pariwo wípé àìsàn àtàrùn onífàgbọ́ ara wa ṣe bùgbé o.
Lùmọ̀lẹ́gùn ò dára káyé má bá wọn jà o.
Are you looking for an online tutoring solution for maths and English? TutorSpace reaches your primary schoolers, your gifted 11+ers and your astute A-levelers. TutorSpace is the online learning tutoring solution where support comes to you, wherever and whenever you need it most. TutorSpace is the trusted way to find a tutor. Tuition spaces now available at the highest standards, striving for academic excellence. Students' exams passed at top UK scores. View some of our top independent school entrance success stories on Instagram at Remote Tutor Space. Contact us to book your child's free 1-hour Maths and English assessment today, even if you just want to know what level your child is currently working at without taking up tuition. Call us directly on 0208 004 8998 or visit our website www.remotetutorspace.com for more info. Tutor Space, striving for educational excellence.
Ó ti yá. Gbogbo aláyẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ní pàtì àti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣe polówó. Heritage TV. Heritage TV. Wọ́n bẹ nílùú London o. Heritage TV. Wọ́n fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà o. Heritage.
ẹ̀yin aráàlú London ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ Heritage TV tún ti gbé àrà tuntun yọ o gbogbo àríyá yín pátápátá la ó máa bá yín polongo rẹ̀ jákèjádò gbogbo ayé ká máa ṣayẹyẹ ní London ká sì máa wò l'Amẹ́ríkà ní Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àti lójú kan náà bó jẹ́ lórí fídíò tàbí lórí photograph tó mọ́lẹ̀ yékéyéké Heritage TV ní bàbá o gbogbo àwọn ayẹyẹ yín bí ọjọ́ ìbí ìsìnkú àgbà ìgbéyàwó àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn yín Heritage Television ní kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ tààràtà ìlú London la wà United Kingdom la tẹ̀dó sí ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 020-800-46100 tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ayẹyẹ @heritagetv.co.uk àti lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká 0734-123-4560 Heritage TV abalẹ́tù ọmọdé làwó.